Why do you keep trying the same things, watching these same videos, and anxiously trying to figure out how to make something work, right? And we all know, all the gurus are saying that manifestation is real, but yet there's this little bit of doubt that maybe it's real for them, but not for you. And I've been there. It sucks. Welcome back to the Law of Attraction Detox, where we detoxify from trying to manifest things, and instead we focus on our true nature, where all the infinite possibilities exist. Here on this channel, I am going to help you get to that place of embodying your true nature. In that place where you experience divine peace, inspiration, and the impulse to go and create, that is where all of us naturally exist. And throughout time, we've learned different ideas about life or about ourselves or about who people are in general. And our perception ends up manifesting out into the world and manipulating out in the world to get us to have a confirmation bias, basically, that what we believe is true. So today I want to talk to you a little bit about why those things do not create. What are the reasons why your manifestations fail? Why do you keep trying the same things, watching these same videos, and anxiously trying to figure out how to make something work, right? And we all know, all the gurus are saying that manifestation is real, but yet there's this little bit of doubt that maybe it's real for them, but not for you. And I've been there. It sucks. It's like every time you push to try to make something happen, you get this push back of the opposite, or you'll see small amounts of movement in what you want to create, but then you get the pushback of it failing. So there's three main reasons why your manifestation is failing. One of them is trying too hard. Another is ignoring your intuition. That's a big deal for a lot of people because we are taught from a very young age that we maybe don't know what's best for ourselves, so we should ignore our intuition and do what we're told. And then the third thing is thinking that you failed just because you don't see direct results or direct evidence in your 3D reality that would prove to you that what you're doing is working. So these three things are, I think, the most major things that I see pitfalls for people, especially my clients, who are trying to create change in their worlds. Because when you are trying too hard, we all know it's like that sleazy salesman, that cars salesman joke that we all know so well of, trying to get someone to buy something or trying to get someone to do something. And it could be something completely unconscious, like you're not aware of how hard you're trying to make something happen, or you're trying to make it look like you're not trying hard. Have you ever done that where you're like, oh, I'm pretending like I don't want that over there, but I do want that over there, and like everyone can feel it, you can feel it. And so what it comes down to is a lack of feeling like your authentic self, like you're trying to be something that deep down inside you're not. And on the scale, the hierarchy of vibratory frequencies, the authenticity frequency is higher than love, higher than bliss, higher than gratitude even. The authenticity button is the key. So when you're trying too hard, you're essentially like turning off the authenticity and turning on something that doesn't feel true or right. And people can feel it. It changes the way you behave, it changes the way you think, it changes the way you're perceiving situations. And what is the true underlying reason? This is the question I'm going to leave you with today, among many other ideas to think about. What is the real reason that you are wanting this so bad? That is what we all know to be the root. The desire is, well, I would feel free if I had all the money that I want. I would feel relaxed. If I had the love of my life, I'd feel loved. If I, go down the list of all the things that you want and what it would actually bring. And that's the real reason that you want the thing. And so when you're trying really hard to make the outer world shift, you have to ask yourself, what am I trying to actually get here? What am I actually wanting? And when you know that answer, that's what you're going to bring yourself back home to. And that's what we're detoxifying from, is the trying to make our outer world match up to some idea that we have about what it should look like in order to feel a certain way. The second reason why your manifestation fails, okay, is because you're ignoring your intuition. The difference between someone who knows something and someone who doesn't know something is the way that they move through the world. You know, that flow state? You know, you're just like flowing through life, you're feeling good, you get a promotion, the person you love sends you flowers, I don't know, you're in that state. It happens to us all, and you try to recreate that, okay? Like, I'm gonna make that happen again today. But maybe you're ignoring that you need to actually go and cry in the sauna for 20 minutes, like I do sometimes. And that is, you're ignoring your intuition, or you're ignoring a path that maybe would lead you to more of what you want. That path, it feels like a knowing. When you are in a confused state of being, when you are struggling with nervousness around what to say, how to reply to this crush you have, or which options to pick from, or what to do, and you get into like information an option paralysis, it's like you are not able to tap into that intuitive knowing. And what helps, and I've seen help my clients, is to just detoxify for, let's say, 30 days. Go a month without trying to manifest that thing that you want, so that you can relax and actually listen to your intuition. Relax and making that more of a priority in my life. When I made my own self a priority and how I felt over trying to get something out there, that's when the intuition floodgates open. That's when you can actually hear what your inner knowing is trying to tell you, because you are the infinite. And when you know that, your intuition is right on every time. You become this psychic powerhouse. It's almost like I can't turn it off now. And I'm like, really? It's like I can almost hear everybody's thoughts or something. And it's like, ugh, you know? But what I'm saying is that is the direct path to what you want, which is instantaneous manifestation. And I'm not talking about the 3D world out there, because that becomes irrelevant to the inner world. It becomes less important than your inner world. So following your intuition is really difficult if you are feeling confused or feeling anxious about not getting the thing out there. So that leads us to step 3. What is the third reason? It is that you are looking out in your world and you are realizing that the thing isn't there, the person, the place, the whatever, it's still not happening. And you're looking out there going like, well, shit. Everything that I've done, all these techniques, all the mindset work, all the person I hired or whatever, the coaching, it's not working. It must be broken for me. I'm a failure. And then you go flooding back into all those old mindset patterns that you thought you had overcome. I've seen it with my own self, and it makes me laugh now when I see this pattern in myself, because it doesn't work the same anymore for me. I don't get hooked into the thoughts anymore like I used to. And I see it with my clients, that it'll be like a regression, like a backsliding into something that they thought they overcame. And that's not to say that you haven't overcome it just because it's coming up again. Sometimes if you think of sound frequencies, let's say, like there's a wave and a pulse and a pulse and a pulse, and it keeps waving and rippling out. It doesn't just stop until it finally hits something, or it finally stops, or who knows, it goes on forever, I guess. But you get those ripples inside of yourself. You get those waves inside of yourself. And you're going to have, just like a wave out in the ocean, you're going to have maybe another one. Like, I've never experienced tidal waves, but I'm sure this is kind of what it's like. You get a big one, and then you might get a little one after that, just to give you a good smack after you've already been smacked with the big one. So your perception of what is happening and how you're perceiving, how you're interpreting it, how you are perceiving is the most important thing for you to focus on. Not how can I say more affirmations and how can I do more techniques and how many more videos should I listen to at night for sleep affirmations and things like that is not, like, just go straight to the source. And your perception is that source. And your perception is what creates your mindset. It is what creates your beliefs. It is what creates your knowing. And it is what creates your world. It is what is being projected out onto your screen of reality every time. Your perception is the key. So when you look out there and you see, oh, that didn't work, my crush is like moving on, or I didn't get the job, or my business isn't working the way I want to, and you use that as evidence of your failure, or evidence of your lack of desirability, or evidence of I didn't make it. Right there, red flag. Stop, drop, breathe, get down in your body again. Remind yourself who the F you are. You are an infinite creator, and this is just an illusion of my thought. I am making meaning out of this, and I can choose whatever meaning I want to make out of it. I could choose no meaning. That's my favorite place of being, is just to choose no meaning. Just to be in a place of no meaning. Life is just happening. And then periodically, I experience different emotions and different people and different experiences. Those three things alone, if you just work on those three things for 30 days, you're going to see magnificent changes in your life. But because it's coming from within you. And once you have those changes within you, it's less important what's happening out there. So go back into yourself. Stop trying so hard. Oh, the sun is in my eyes. Stop trying so hard to get what you want. Instead, focus in on how you feel. How do I feel? That's all that matters. And then once you're focusing on how you feel, you can hear your intuition or feel your intuition. Some people it's a gut feeling. Some people it's a mental knowing. Some people it's a feeling like they're being tugged forward by their heart, or any number of things. You know your intuition. You know how it plays out for you. And then finally, realizing that life is going to have ripples of effect. And that the less you react to the ripples, the less you place meaning on those ripples, the less they're going to happen, because you're going to start behaving differently. And once you start behaving differently, you start thinking differently, you start showing up differently. Life starts showing up differently. And now you're painting onto your screen reality a totally different life. I hope that helped you. Please just remember, you are the infinite creator of everything. Stop going down the road of toxicity. Focus on your true nature. That is the key. That is where you are. If you need help with this, I'm a hypnotherapist. I can help reprogram your mind. Go to my website down below and like this and subscribe so you can get more of these videos. Love you so much. Bye for now.